guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about how we left the US to retire in hotels, and we're going to share a little bit about our experience, and most importantly we're going to be sharing with you some tips and tricks that we learned along the way.
Yeah, this is something that we've been thinking about doing for a long time. We wondered if it would work, how it would go. And a year later, we're looking back and thinking, why did we not do this sooner? It's worked out really, really well. So we're going to give you some tips here on how to do that. Now, a lot of people think when we said that we were going to do this, that we were just staying in one hotel for 365 days. That's not the case. That's not a good strategy because hotels have high and low seasons. And if you do that, you're going to be hitting really expensive times and also some cheap times. But the strategy here is to move around, stay a month or two in each one, because it's always low season somewhere. And when it's low season, you're going to get cheaper prices. The hotel is going to be not busy at all. You're going to get better service, better upgrades, better rooms. And if you're traveling full time, you can usually pick and choose those places, and it's going to maximize your not only your money but your experiences when you do this.
Exactly. It's really important to take those things into account because that really is going to make such a huge difference. We do use a lot of points when we're booking these hotel rooms. We do have a lot of videos here on the channel kind of going a little bit more in depth on that part of this experience. So make sure you check that out here on the channel because we already have some up and we'll have some more going up to help you out with that. But let's talk about this experience and what some more tips are that we have learned.
Yeah, you really want to stick with 2 or 3 major brands when you do this because you're going to earn that elite status, and that's what's going to get you things like the room upgrades and the lounge access, which are amazing. So we chose IHG and Hyatt as the 2 brands we would primarily do this with. They did turn out to be the best choices, and we're pretty happy we chose them because the benefits we got with them were pretty incredible.
Yeah, and it really makes a difference what area of the world you are traveling to because the brands might be a little bit different. But for the most part, everywhere in the world, you can pretty much count on IHG and Hyatt. But there could be more of the other brands at other places, like say if you're going to Europe or to Africa. Just kind of keep in mind, where it is that you're going and kind of do a little research on some of the hotels that are going to be in the areas that you're looking to go so that you'll have an idea of what brands you want to lean into. And again, we did do a video on all of the elite statuses at these different hotel brands that we did earn all of the elite statuses on these hotel brands. And we do know, obviously, from experience that Hyatt and IHG are really going to be your best bet pretty much across the world. But definitely check out the other ones and what options there are before you set out to earn that status so that you can know what it is you need to have in your back pocket for your hotel stays.
Yeah, what I liked about the IHG and the Hyatt were that they both gave us a free full breakfast at the restaurant of the hotel. Then if they had a lounge, the lounge access was incredible, and they both gave us pretty consistent upgrades to suites. IHG was more they were upgrading us at check-in, and Hyatt was more they give you confirmable suite upgrades so that when you book the suite, you can actually book yourself book your room. You can book yourself into a suite for free. So that's pretty great. Now, when we're talking about booking these with points, there are point sales you can do, and that's what we utilize for both IHG and Hyatt do sell points. IHG seems to have a better rate doing that. We do have a link in the description to where you can actually buy points, see if they're on sale there. But then there's also big sales that come around, and one of them that we really utilized was the 11/11 sale. That's November 11th. Most Americans have never heard of this sale, but it's a huge sale in Asia, and the hotels go on a pretty big cut rate sale, and we booked a lot of nights once that popped up. So that's another way that we saved money. I think a lot of people just look at the rate of a hotel and they say, well, it's $100 a night. If you're going to do that for a month, that's $3,000. Not the case at all, because when you're using points and you're using these sales, you're really averaging more like $1,500 a month to do it. And then your food can also be included in that, so it really does get very economical. At some of the nicer hotels, maybe we're spending more like $2,000, $2,100. I think the most we spent for a month in a hotel was $2,400 in Japan. So it does get pretty cheap. Hyatt also does offer long-term negotiated rates, and you can use those suite upgrades as well.
Exactly. And, you get your housekeeping is included. I mean, you get that taken care of so you don't have to worry about cleaning. The only thing you need to, concern yourself with, and in some places they have laundry areas for the guests, but laundry is really the only thing you need to pretty much concern yourself with. And overseas, it's actually a super easy thing to get taken care of, and usually pretty inexpensive. We've had laundry done at a variety of hotels across Asia, and usually you think to yourself, getting your laundry done by the hotel is going to be like super super pricey, but the times that we've done it overseas, it's been really inexpensive, which was really kind of surprising. And they almost like dry clean them because they come back on the hanger with the plastic wrap around them, which is really kind of crazy to think that you're going to get that level of service for probably about a fourth of the price, if not less, of what we would pay for laundry services or dry cleaning services at hotels in the U.S.
Now, the strategy you want to use is to target inexpensive hotels that do come with a full breakfast and have the club lounge. That way, all of your meals will basically be included in this. So the chains, the brands, the type of hotels you want to look at, Hyatt Regency is a good one to look at overseas. Also, the Crown Plazas, if they have a lounge. Not all of them have a lounge, but the ones that do, those tended to be the ones where we stayed the most economically and got the most bang for our buck. Hyatt Regency and IHG Crown Plaza. So it was really amazing. There's tons of benefits that go along with this. Basically, you'll have little to no cooking for the whole year because you're going to be eating either at the restaurant, in a lounge, room service, or you can get food delivery as well. Most of these places pretty cheaply. And then no cleaning, which is another big one.
That's huge. It's so nice because it's just the two of us, anyone who is just two of you, it's a lot different from when we had kids at home. We have two kids. When we had our kids at home, we were cooking every meal. We ate out very little, honestly. Or every once in a while, maybe we would get a pizza delivered. But for the most part, we were cooking at home pretty much every single day, making sure we're taking care of cleaning, also paying for supplemental cleaning with a housekeeper a few times a month. So all that stuff kind of adds up, and then just kind of thinking, boy, these things are all provided for us. You get the meals, and they're always, especially overseas, it's always such good food and lots of great options with like fruits and vegetables and salads, great options for desserts. It's really an amazing deal, honestly, when you take all of that into account.
A couple other things I love about this strategy that we ended up really liking is that you can change locations. And we found ourselves, when you'd get bored of a location or get bored of a city, you could just change to any other city you wanted, kind of like whatever you were feeling at the moment. Another thing that was great was if you had friends that were going to be in another city, you could just go there and meet them because you're not tied to any city. So we did end up meeting with quite a few people throughout the year. And that's one of the things we're going to be doing this year as well. We've already got some meetups scheduled up for the year. One of them is going to be in Da Nang, Vietnam next summer. And that is going to be for people who are in our Retirement Travel Jumpstart course. So if you're interested in that, check it out. There's a link in the description below for members of that course and community. I think we've already got like 20 people meeting up in Vietnam, and so it's going to be amazing. Super excited to see you guys there.
Yeah, we're really excited to be able to continue to grow in meeting people, because a lot of people talk about that, like, well, you never really have time to make friends. It's like, okay, your friends don't always have to be in front of you 24/7, because honestly, think about the times that you get together with your friends at home. It's almost the same for us, and the other great thing is just meeting locals as well. Yes, we get to meet other expats and other Americans, but we also get to be friends with locals, and it's so amazing to interact with people from other countries and to learn a little bit more about their culture and just to really develop friendships. And we've developed several over the years in a variety of countries, and it's just been really cool to experience that. And the other cool thing with the hotels, with the retiring to the hotels, is being friends with the staff too, because a lot of these places, as you mentioned, we stayed at for 30 days or more. Our longest stay was 40 days. And let me tell you right now that the staff at, and I'll shout them out, is the Crown Plaza Vinyen. The staff there was absolutely incredible. The service they provided was out of this world. And when we left there after our 40-night stay, they all came to say goodbye to us. They brought us gifts. They gave me flowers. They got a car service to take us to our next location. It was absolutely unforgettable. So don't discount the fact that you will also, be making friends with the people that are around you.
Yeah, so this was our year in hotels. It worked out even better than I thought it could have. It is definitely a viable strategy going forward. So if you've been thinking about it, do a little research, find out where you want to go, and maybe we will see you out there next year.